Fire in the central Russian city of Perm. Unconfirmed reports suggest the death toll could rise as high as 112. Authorities say the tragedy was most likely caused by an indoor fireworks display that went terribly wrong. The fire started at around 1 a.m. local time as more than 200 people gathered to celebrate the club's 8th anniversary. Most victims are said to have died from smoke inhalation, severe burns, and during the ensuing crush as people fought to escape the club. The venue has been almost completely burned out.
I guess overall around 50 people I knew were in that club tonight. I have no clue so far what's happened to them. The trouble started with fireworks. Before the start of the show, they warned the musicians fireworks could not be used, as the whole thing is made of wood. So first they noticed fire on the ceiling, and then there was a lot of smoke, and then fire brigade was called.
The fire happened at one of the most popular venues in the city of Perm, which is about 1,200 kilometers east of Moscow. The club owners were said to have been celebrating the anniversary of its opening. Those attending were their employees, friends, and family members. More than 130 of the injured are in hospitals, most of whom are in critical condition, with some waiting to be transported to Moscow for further treatment. Witnesses say the fire broke out, and the resulting panic caused a stampede of fleeing clubgoers.
Fireworks went off, after which the ceiling caught fire. Soon the fire spread to the stage and then through the entire club, because the room was all plastic and plastic burns very quickly. My friend, a taxi driver who was nearby, went there and saw people carrying out bodies of those who died from asphyxiation. There was no explosion, just a fire. The exit was very narrow. Just imagine 100 people trying to get through a small door. There was stampede and panic. The club's capacity is 400 to 500 people.
Police have reportedly detained one of the club's owners, who is now being questioned. Local authorities have set up a special center for relatives of the victims.
We have set up an emergency information center for the relatives of those who are inside the club. The preliminary data is as follows. All the investigators are saying that there was no explosion. The current theory is that a fire broke out of the club. The stage was equipped with fireworks and lighting equipment. It also had a plastic ceiling that was highly flammable.
Russian President Dmitry Medvedev has ordered Prime Minister Putin to set up a committee to look into the cause of the tragedy and provide support for victims and their families. Meanwhile, the Emergency Services Minister Sergei Shoigu has arrived at the scene of the tragedy to head up the investigation. Minister of the Interior and the Minister of Health and Social Development are also in Perm. 2 transport planes have been sent to transport people with severe burns here to Moscow for further treatment. Special officers have sealed off the site of the fire and are coordinating emergency services work. Both the city mayor and the region's governor are also at the scene. RT's Maria Finoshina is at the scene of the incident in Perm. Tell us, Maria, what is happening out there where you are?
Well, Matt, I have to say that this Saturday has already been called here in Perm a bloody Saturday, as people here have just been shocked by this deadly incident that took the lives of 102 people and injured another 134 people. We now can see the residents of the city of Perm coming to the scene and laying flowers to all those dead and injured in this incident. But as for the scene, I can say that this is something different now at this time. It's a midday already here in the city of Perm. The city is situated some 1,200 kilometers east from Moscow, and it seems that a new day has washed away the most terrifying traces of this night's deadly tragedy. The witnesses we've been able to speak to have told us that soon after the tragedy happened, we saw bodies parked just outside the club, one on another. And I have to say that now, almost 10 hours since the incident, there is nothing like that here. The bodies of all those dead, and under the recent information, it took the lives of 102 people. So the bodies have been taken away, those injured. Another 134 people have been transported to the local hospital, in the city of Perm. 21 of them whose condition has been considered as critical have been transported to one of the hospitals in the capital, Moscow. The area is still cordoned off by police officers, but we can see now that as we just stepped away from the place where the Lame Horse nightclub used to be, it's been one of the city's most prestigious places. So we can see now the building is just almost completely burned down from the inside, which was caused by a powerful blaze that followed an explosion caused by a wrong usage of fireworks, as you just mentioned. We can see that criminal experts and rescue workers are continuing to work on the ground, trying to find evidence and trying to answer the question, what exactly happened here tonight? Matt?
And Maria, as this is all going on, can you tell us what are the latest developments in this investigation?
Yes, one of the latest details in the investigation is that one of the club's owners, Anatoly Zak, has been reportedly detained, and now he is being questioned as he is considered to be one of the men responsible for this tragedy. As for the causes of this loss, there's been only one version of what happened tonight here, and so far it remains the only official one, with police and prosecutor general's main investigative unit saying fireworks are to blame for the loss. Officials say fireworks used at this party, and just to remind you, I have to say that they were celebrations, the 8th anniversary of the Lame Horse nightclub. The fireworks were intended for outdoor use, but were set off inside the club's relatively small hall. So that was nothing but pure negligence, which actually led to these deadly consequences. Just to remind you, I have to say that the blast occurred, this incident happened just a week after another devastating accident that has been shaking the population of Russia, the Nevsky Express train derailment, which was called by officials as Itar-Tass. Of course, with this first report about this explosion here in the city of Perm, speculation emerged that this could also have been caused by a terror attack by police. Officers have already ruled this version out, reporting that there hasn't been found any evidence of that. So traces of explosive or fragments of an explosive device, none of them have been found at the scene, and a criminal case has been opened into fire regulations violation. Matt?
Thank you very much, Maria. RT's Maria Finoshina live for us at the scene in Perm. Thank you. Now we also turn to our correspondent Irina Galushko, who is in Moscow following developments there. Tell us what's happening with the injured victims. Can you tell us if the death toll is expected perhaps to rise?
Yes, Matt. Well, as far as we understand, that authorities are afraid that the death toll is going to rise. Like Maria said before, 134 people are injured, 81 of them are in a very critical condition, 21 will be transported here. There is no way of saying exactly how their situation will improve or not, but they will be transported here to the Vishnevsky Medical Center of the Academy of Sciences. It's one of the best, if not the best, center for treatment of burn victims in Russia. And of course, once they arrive here, we're hoping to get more information on the nature of burns and on the way they're on, whether or not they're expected to make a full recovery. Basically, all the details, as soon as we get them, we will bring them to you. Now, of course, the numbers of people who died and the numbers of those who have been injured are staggering, and most of that is due to the fact that many have suffered from severe smoke inhalation. In fact, 50 to 80% of all all fire deaths occur because of carbon monoxide poisoning. People lose consciousness, they're unable to escape fire, many die from severe oxygen deprivation or simply burn to death. Of course, this is a horrible tragedy. There is a special commission that has been set up. As far as we know, Perm authorities have actually said that compensation will be paid to families of those who died in the fire. We know that around $3,400, the equivalent of $3,400, will be paid to the families of victims. Also, Russia's Prosecutor General Alexander Bastrikin is in Perm right now. He headed there with a team of investigators and experts. They will continue to investigate the situation, the incident, the horrible incident that happened there tonight. And as soon as we get more information on the causes and the findings of the investigation, we will bring that to you as well. Matt.
Very good, RT's Irina Velushko joining us live from the hospital in Moscow with more information. Thanks very much.